So, okay, so tonight we are doing a Push to Emerald call. I've got Amy and Alicia here, and we're going to start off with going through preferred placement, how to set it, how to know where your weak leg is, and where your strong leg is. So I am going to share my screen, and you guys can just unmute yourself anytime or ask any questions as I'm going if you are confused. So you just log into your Coach Online office, and then I'll show you how to know what leg is your weak leg or your strong leg. Oh, it's a little bit harder because I probably should have logged into a different account because this is my main account and I've been coaching for almost 6 years. So you'll see a ton of, oh wait, what do I want to do? You'll go to monitor my business. Normally I'm like logging in with the coach, and you have one coach or maybe no coaches. So it's a lot different than how mine is going to look, but you're going to go to graphical genealogy. So you clicked on monitor my business and then graphical genealogy. And then, okay, so let's say I've had a lot of coaches cancel over the years. So this is going to be you. So say you're logging in and this is you. And then say you have a personally sponsored coach on one leg. Amy, do you have any coaches? No. Okay. So, and then Alicia has her husband. So she has one coach. So if you were to log in and you saw, so since Amy, you don't have any coaches, wherever you saw people's names, that's going to be your strong leg. So say this was your account. So say this said Amy, and say there was nobody over here. Okay. And then that you saw somebody over here, but you don't have any coaches. So what does that mean? That means that anybody above you, as they add coaches, are going to end up in your downline. It's a good thing because it adds to your volume. They're not personally sponsored. They don't help you in rank. They don't help you become emerald. They don't help you become diamond, but it does help you in volume. So when this coach is over here, and I just walked through Morgan with this, and it was like we logged in. She doesn't have any coaches. She saw somebody over here on her left. Well, that means her left is her strong leg. So that's how you go in it. You go into your graphical genealogy, and wherever there's people that you don't know, that's going to be your strong leg that your people in your upline are adding to. So say for me, I know, and this is a little different because I actually don't love this system. When you do have a ton of people, it's kind of really hard to go through all of the people. So, you could individually go through and down, but for me, I'm just going to go click on this bottom right. So my left leg is my strong leg. So if I clicked on bottom right, and then Melanie Luna, she's not my coach. It would say PS, but she's at the very bottom right because that means somebody on my right leg. I know she's Rachel's coach. So Rachel's just recently signed her. So I'm going to click this outside button. You're always going to click the outside. If you're on the right, it's the outside right. If you're on the left, it's the outside left. So I'm going to click that and click save. Save. And it will turn blue. Okay, my next coach is going to go there. I'm good to go. So that's how you figure out which leg is your strong and your weak leg, and then how you do your preferred placement. So then say you signed a coach here, and then you wanted to sign another coach, you wanted to change your preferred placement. I'm just going to go to the bottom left, and I'm going to pick the outside left person, and I would do that. Okay, so any questions there? Okay. All right. Now what I want to share is basically, I'm going to go into the new coach training, is basically just how to go through from A to Z. So I have this thing where I have, let me open the group. Hold on. I can't do two things at once. And I also want you guys to just bring any conversations or questions or things that like people say that make you go, ooh, and not know where to go from here. That's the whole reason we do this. So is there anything right now that you can think of the top of your head that like somebody has said or something has come up and you're just not sure where to go from it or how to follow up or anything like that? Okay. Oh, Morgan?
Yeah, I just got done talking to my dad I told him that what you told me to tell him about, like probably the package is going to change tomorrow. They just got back from a trip, and apparently he lost his wallet, so all of their cards are canceled right now.
Oh
So he's
God.
not going to be able to do it tonight. So like I suggested, if that does happen, to possibly do the option with the Ultimate Portion Fix in the Shakeology, because it's only $20 more than what the other one was.
Yeah.
My not like the most super awesome person on the planet, but he's like, well, I don't want to pay more. And I'm like, well, but Angela, who's his wife, like she could really benefit from it. Like she's struggled, she's trying all these different things, nothing's sticking. Like it would benefit her. It'd be worth the extra $20. And he was just being him. So I'll talk to him again tomorrow in person, but
Okay, so you can still do the $160, and it comes with a meal plan, doesn't come with the containers. It comes with a general meal plan. So it's still something, and if she wants to purchase maybe like Ultimate Portion Fix down the road, she can pay $79 and upgrade any challenge. Anybody that purchased a challenge back in February or like in March before this launches, or even if it launches and then you want to upgrade later, they can pay $79 and upgrade to the Ultimate Portion Fix. So if he just wants to pay $160, that's fine. And then maybe if they want to break it up and she decides that she does want that extra meal plan, she can pay $79.
okay. Well, he's just kind of a jerk sometimes, and it's like he's just worried about himself when really it would be beneficial to her. So I'll probably talk to her honestly tomorrow and be like, hey,
Okay. Yeah.
you want to pay $100, because he's obviously not going to, even though it would help you. Would you like to? So.
Yeah. And you can show her that like 1 minute like sizzler video I posted in a comment of Good Vibes Only. And there's also, I put in the comment, so I did a live video today and then I shared it in our challenge group. And then I also wrote out like what you get. So you can kind of show her exactly what you get with Ultimate.
Okay.
Okay. So if you guys haven't been in here, this is really cool. I know that they like changed it and it's like learning instead of units now, which is annoying because I keep looking for units. Okay. So I just updated this that I know Alicia finished this and she's going to get some beach bars. So this is a 6-day crash course. And then there's also a social media tip call. It's a training call here. So this was really, really cool. This is like my basics. Like I just put this together and I took this from Stephanie Chico, who's like a Million Club, an awesome coach, and she added me to her group. So I literally just copied in all of these. So they are her videos, but they're working. Her team is kicking butt. So I just have this. I'll eventually record videos and they'll be me, but no big deal. So I would honestly recommit and make sure you focus on all of these because they're super valuable information. And I'll just go through here really quickly. So this one is getting started in mindset, which is so important. This one is getting acclimated. So it may even be some old information, but this one is links, EFT, everything basic for a new coach. So you guys may have all of this stuff, but it's good to know when you get a new coach and they're going to go through this, what it is. So then this has like their challenge groups. We're working on your first goals and helping people. Social media crash course. There's some really awesome tips in this video. And then Jatana Jackson, Emily Favre, all kinds of good videos right here for social media. This is so post number 5, this is a really good one with tons of social media knowledge. Okay, so there's all kinds of good stuff here. If you guys haven't seen this too, this is like a new coach handbook where you do not need to go through and read whatsoever, but it's cool to just like download and then like if you have a question, you can go to it. Like there's literally everything and there's an index. I didn't put this together. Somebody shared this with me. It's got literally everything. And then you can just go there. And then there's links that you can actually go click on and they take you straight there. And then there's videos for a lot of the training. So that's a really cool thing that I just added in there too. All right. But what I wanted to go through, where's the learning? As I created this one post that's like literally, I think it's under the invite. How I invite? Let's see. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, so this is basically what I want to go over, and then I want you guys to ask me specific questions. So when I invite, I am catching up with an old friend. I am really just, instead of being like going into coach mode, be in conversation mode, the same way you would with a friend, you know, somebody you haven't talked to in a while. And so you're sending a few messages back and forth before you're inviting to anything, unless it's somebody that's like, hey, blah, 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 on your story or responds to a poll or something like that. And still, I take a minute or two to like, hey, oh my gosh, your little ones are so cute. Where are you guys at? I love all your scenery. It's beautiful there. Da, da, da. You don't want to just go in. You want them to know that you care about them as a person, and then, you know, go into it. So I like to start with somebody that's liked or commented on a past post or watched my stories. I start off saying something like, hey girl, thanks for the love of my post, or thanks for watching my stories. It's hard putting myself out there sometimes, so it means a lot to me. How was y'all's Christmas? Or, you know, whatever, because I wrote this away. How's that little one? Or, you know, something like that. So then respond back and forth. I go to their profile quickly and look at a few posts and pics they've posted recently, so you can make the conversation personal. I always try to end every message I send with a question, so they're more likely to respond back. So because we get busy, and if somebody's not asking me for something, I'm probably like, oh, I'll get to that later, and then I don't. So another thing, do you guys know there's a way to mark your messages as unread? This is really, really helpful to me. I'll show you. You can do it both on Instagram and Facebook, because it's super helpful that I get to like look at messages and then mark as unread, and then when I'm clocked in, I can respond. So if it's like, oh, I don't have time to do all that. All right, so let me go to my messages. Okay, let's unplug it. All right, so I'm in Instagram. If you slide, oh, what just happened? I'm doing a story now. If you slide over, nope, and then it says, that blue button says unread, and it'll mark it as unread. And you can do the same thing on on Facebook. Let me see how you do it. Same thing, slide over. You'll hit those three lines, and then mark as unread. So that is really, really helpful, because it's really easy to get messages lost. But like it's really helpful to be like, okay, I'm clocked in, let me answer messages. So, okay, where else was I? Okay, and then when you're having a conversation, you think of form. Family, ask them about their family. Do they have kids? Can you talk about that? Occupation, what do you do for work now? You know, maybe you used to work with them in the past at a restaurant or something, like, hey, you know, it's been forever since Roadhouse. What are you doing for work now? Recreation. Did they go hiking? Did they go on vacation? Do they have any hobbies they talk about? Are they like a hot mess mama that they post about? Like, find some common ground and you can talk about that. And then message them to join you. It's like when you don't know what else to talk about, go for the invite. You've already caught up with them. You've chatted. And it sounds like something like, you know, hey girl, it was so good to catch up. I don't know if you're working towards any health and fitness goals, but I'm committing to a home workout program and meal plan next month. Would you want to do it together? I'm always looking for more like hot mess mamas to keep each other accountable, whatever it is that you would say. So it doesn't have to be a super salesy invite. You're just like, hey, what are you currently doing? When they ask for more info, I would say, absolutely. First, tell me what your 30-day goals are so I can suggest a few packages that would best help you. What do you struggle most with? Is it the fitness side or the nutrition side? I like to ask that question so that I know where I'm working. And if they say both, okay, that's totally, and then you're at one point in your life or another, you've had that same issue. So you're like, girl, trust me, I know food is my biggest downfall too. I can work out all day, but I will easily ruin it by my evening snacking or da-da-da. But why I love this program is, and then you could talk about like the Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset, whatever package you think would best help them and that you're promoting at that time. And then if they say fitness, girl, I totally understand. That's so hard, and so hard to make time for you, when you've got kids and a job or yada, yada, yada. So what I love about this is that you can literally stream it. It's like the Netflix of fitness. You don't have to worry about what you look like, if you've got matching hair or matching clothes, like whatever. I just walk out to my garage and I push play. It's awesome. I have 30 minutes and sometimes I have to push stop pause and finish the other work and the other 15 minutes later with mom life. But it's right there and I don't have to make a trip to the gym or worry about childcare. So that's kind of like where I go with along the lines of that. And you can make it sound like you, however you would word that. Then you can either send the Google form that we have, or we have a ton of third-party tools with like pictures or things like that. I like to send that one that's like the $99 or the $160. But if you're talking to them about Ultimate Portion Fix, you can just send them one of those photos I sent. I posted in the Beautifully Made family and then the Ultimate Portion Fix launch group where it has all the Ultimate Portion Fix pricing. And you can just send them like, hey, here's the most popular packages. They're all $20 off right now. This is a kind of a brief overview about what you get. Let me know if you have any questions or which one would like best fit your budget or your goals or whatever. And then you can also kind of talk to them a little bit more about what's in Ultimate Portion Fix. Like, you get an ebook for kids meals, kid meal ideas. You get the Fixate Volume 2, which is like over 200 easy recipes that are meal plan approved. You get access to, the videos that explain why you're eating this way and what happens when you hit a plateau and when you can't stop snacking at night, what to do. And so it's really, really, really going to help you in reaching your goal of XYZ that you've asked them about and your struggle of XYZ that you've asked them about. What do you say? Are you pumped to keep each other accountable on March 11th? And that's what I do. I think that we are almost too afraid to go for the invite to people, especially if we know them and we think it's weird. But when you don't know what else to say, just go for the invite. And I always preface it with, hey girl, it was so good to catch up. I gotta run, but I just wanted to throw this out there and see if you're interested. So it's not like they don't make you feel like, you're not making them feel like you're like, okay, what's she gonna say back? You're like, hey, no big deal. Like if you want in, cool. If not, no big deal, but I'll send you info. And honestly, the less desperate you seem to people, the more they want it. So when I follow up with people, it's not like, hey girl, I just wanted to see you. It's like, hey girl, I was saving you a spot. I've got a ton of boss babes right now that want to join us. So I just wanted to see if I should still keep that spot open, if you're ready to join us, if you had any questions about what package would be best for you to join us with. And so when you're like, hey, I've got people knocking at the door, I was going to save you a spot, but you need to let me know because it's like down to the wire. They're like, wait, okay, I did want this, but maybe I should get my junk together. So when you are like really just like, hey, do you want in or not? And you are making it seem like there's so many other people wanting to get that spot, they're going to want it more because you're not like, hey, did you order yet? Because you don't want to be desperate. And, when it's their time, they will come around. So another thing I do when I follow up, I had a girl tell me no today. Let me go in this message. A lot of times too, people have been like being like, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I didn't mean to hit that button or whatever. I'm like, oh, no big deal. Like if you listen to Kim Fitzpatrick wake up call, she's like, hey, was that a cat paw? Did you mean to? So I've been doing that a lot because sometimes when people are just clicking through stories, it happens. Like there was like 3 guys that said it. And I'm like, I don't think they want in on my Girl Stop Apologizing boot camp. So I like checked in. He's like, yeah, I don't think. I was like, was this a fat thumb or did you want? I was like, I didn't want to discriminate. So I just wanted to make sure. So like, I'll just kind of like preface it with that. And then I have people that are like, oh, I think it was a mistake. I don't think I'm really in for a boot camp right now. And I'll be like, well, I totally understand that. No big deal whatsoever. It happens. I do actually, it is primarily nutrition focused. So if you did need a meal plan, I could totally talk to you about some really cool things that are launching right now. But no big deal if it isn't for you. If you want to send me your email, I can actually send you a free meal plan or meal prep and meal plan ebook. Would that be cool? And then people are always giving me their email and I'm sending them this free meal plan, this free ebook, and then it's dropping into our relationship bucket. that even though it wasn't for them right now, they're learning to trust you and learning to, they're probably going to follow you more too, because, hey, this random girl sent me a free ebook just because I told her I didn't mean to click on your poll. So I've been really trying to leave people better than I met them, and starting from there. So here's what I want you guys to focus on this week is grab your containers. If you don't have your containers, just kind of make a post about like talking about why you're excited about the nutrition portion and the education portion for this next, the Ultimate Portion Fix. So you can take a look at how other coaches are posting about it and seeing and things, but also just making sure that you're like, I'm so excited to learn why I need to be eating this way so that I can really stick with it. Come here. I'm almost done, Matt. I can hold her. No, okay. She didn't want to hug. She just wanted to come in. Go with daddy. You can either sit with mommy or you can go with daddy. What's it going to be? Okay. All right. I'll put her to bed, Matt. Okay. Sorry. Say hey. Say hey, girls. But yeah, so I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, just using in your stories why you're excited about learning why you should be eating this way, why you should be doing that. And touch that, please. And then being able to like share it that way. And
Ralph
kind
is
of
done.
Okay.
Ralph is done.
Ralph is done. Did you watch Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Curiosity marketing is super important, and just basically throwing it out there. Don't say the Ultimate Portion Fix, but be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that my trainer just released this brand new meal plan that teaches us why we are eating the way that we are, and learning nutrition labels and really just educating ourselves and all of that good stuff. So you can do polls in your Instagram stories, and it doesn't have to be, you can be like, do you understand what to look for when you look at a nutrition label? And it could be like, and I like to say, kind of, but I'm not really, and I need help. Like, cause those are the people I want to attract, not like, yeah, I got this. Like, okay, you're not my tribe because I want to find somebody that I need to help. And so doing things like that, and just really talking up how this program, if you've been following the 21 Day Fix, I mean, it's our 5-year anniversary. So they're relaunching because they know people need to dig deeper. So just kind of like promoting it that way. Let me see in the chat. Is there anything? I know she does look so grown up. Do you follow up with all your challengers after the challenge is over? Like after the free challenge we did, do you still chicken? Yes, always. That is such a big thing, following up with challengers, especially in free groups. Like, hey girl, how did it go? Thank you. Hey girl, how did it go? How did your eating go this week? How did you try any new recipes? How are the kiddos? Like, just going in, because that's an easy way to follow up. They're already interested in what you're doing. So always. And then anytime you add somebody into a group, or whether it's a coach sneak peek group, I'm going to create an Ultimate Portion Fix like Snoop group where we can add our clients in and they can learn about the Ultimate Portion Fix. And then I'm going to do a flash sale in there. So March 18th and 19th, we're going to do a flash sale, and anybody who purchases with the Ultimate Portion Fix will get entered to win. We're going to give away 2 $50 Fabletics gift cards. So it's on sale. All the packages are on sale for $20 off. So hence the flash sale. And then we'll be giving away 2 $50 Fabletic gift cards. So I would start talking to people as well. Hey, I'm so excited for you. Once it launches, coaches get access to it this week. So we get to kind of test it out for a couple weeks, what is it? 2 weeks? I can't do math. 2 weeks before it launches. So I'm super excited. And, I would love for you to join us. We're actually going to be launching it on the 18th. We're putting together an information group so you can learn about it before the launch. And then if you purchase on the 18th or the 19th, you get entered to win the $50 Fabletics gift cards. So I'm super excited about it. Do you want me to add you to that group? And it can, just go from there and just having casual conversations. And I'm going to talk about the Ultimate Portion Fix, but I'm also not stressing myself out about it. It's going to be an option that you give people when you're sealing the deal. Because when you obsess over launches, which I have a problem doing that. And I think oh my gosh, my coaches need to know all of this stuff. Then you just get so caught up on that. And it's just stupid. So just do your vitals, be talking to people, starting new conversations every day, go to your stories, and how many times would you follow up when you know they're not going to purchase, like for sure not going to? Well, I had a girl that I thought literally would never purchase. I've sent her a share a cart link 4 times, and then she's ghosted me, and then she comes back, and then she ghosts me, and she signed up this month. It's been like 4 years. So you really never know, but it's the same thing. Just leave people better than when you met them. Send them a free meal plan, send them a free ebook, send them a recipe on Pinterest. Yes, this is a business and we should be making money from it, but also like just dropping things in that relationship bucket. You can't make somebody want something. You can't make somebody do something for themselves. But when they are ready, you want them to choose you. So I'm not saying like spend a ton of time with somebody that's not paying you anything, because it's easy. But if it's just, the free stuff you can send is under challenge group docs in the unit section, or I guess they're learning section now in our team page. And then there's also a third party tool, and I think I added them there. But I've got like a meal plan, a meal prep. I've got a editable shopping list. Heather Shield sends a sample meal plan. I'll have to make sure I send that with you guys too. It's like a week meal plan or something. And you go to Pinterest and find something you can send anything, any little thing that's like, hey, I found this recipe. I'm going to meal plan, or I'm going to make this for the family this week. I thought your boys might like this, or, something like that. Just when I follow up, I am either going to send like a free recipe or an ebook or something like that. And then I can go through and just, because people are like, oh, that's so sweet that you just sent me that without expecting anything in return. So, and Trisha, I know you hopped on late. I did record it. And so we went over preferred placement and how to know where your strong leg is and left, strong and weak leg is and all that good stuff. So I'll post the recording, but before we hop off, 1, I want to take a picture, and 2, do you guys have any questions about anything that we didn't cover, anything at all that you just thought of, or you have questions about, or anything like that?
So for when you put people on different legs,
yeah,
do you kind of go by their personality, or do you just go like, this one's going to be stronger?
Good question.
Going to be.
Yeah. So when you're,
do you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean, but I also just know that someone else will probably do better than.
Yeah. So there is strategy behind it. So if you have somebody that you think isn't going to be an absolute rock star, which you can think that about people and then be wrong, or you can think that people just want the discount and then be wrong. So you really never know. But if you're like, this person wants it, they want to work the business, I would always put them on your weak leg, because you want to drive that volume. Now, not all of your powerhouse people are going to go on your weak leg. So I shouldn't say always, because if you don't have anybody doing anything on your strong leg, you're not going to be able to maximize your cycles. So you want to make sure that you have somebody that has the potential to hit emerald on both legs, because in order to get diamond, you have to have an emerald on both legs. So if you have a spouse account or something like that, you can control that, because you can make that, you can help them become emerald. So if you have, the spouse account is going to be on your weak leg. So if you have somebody that you can like control that account, which is a spouse, family member, whatever, that one needs to be on your weak leg. Now you do need to put somebody that has potential on your strong leg. So say you're like, okay, my husband's over here, this person's going to be a rock star, I'm going to put her on my strong leg. Then you get another working coach, put them over on your weak leg. So you need to have at least one over there, and you need to have 4 active coaches on your strong leg. So discount coaches, they go on your strong leg. And then you do need to have one person that's rocking the business, that's going to get you to emerald, or going to get you to diamond by getting themselves to emerald. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You said discount coaches on what leg?
Strong.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you have, you're like, okay, I have your dad is signing up on your weak leg. And then you have a discount coach, strong leg, because then you're going to get emerald and maximize your volume. So say you had a coach on your strong leg and you had another discount coach, put them on your weak leg so that you hit emerald. You know, so it's not always this, it's also strategy of where you need to build in order to maximize, because the biggest thing is we need to hit emerald. We open the compensation plan, we start being able to cycle, we start being able to have a you know, residual. Is this me making that noise? I spilled water on it. Am I making weird noise? No? Yes? I spilled water on my computer today. Like 2 seconds before Morgan popped on at 8 o'clock. So I keep hearing this weird feedback, so I may have to go take it in to see somebody. But yeah, the biggest thing that you can do is just believe that you will be emerald. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I hope one day, maybe. Believe it, I'm going to be diamond. So you know what? Obviously, I have to be emerald before I'm diamond. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. And when you just have to have that mindset, because you can't be like, oh, I hope, or I wish, or I better, or oh my gosh, what if I don't? Because that's not serving you. So you just have to take like all of that stress, that worry, and get rid of it, and know that you're going to be diamond. You're going to rock this business, and it doesn't matter how fast or how slow. You just need to have fun with it. You need to enjoy the ride, and you need to know that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So it doesn't matter when you get there, but just know and have that belief. And the more people you talk to, the more people that will join you. And raise your hand if you didn't sign up the first time somebody talked to you. Okay, so it took you a couple times. So don't be offended when somebody isn't like, sure, send it to me right now, because it takes multiple exposures. One, they want to see what you're doing works. So you can share a coach's, you can share their results, you can share your results, you can share your challengers, you can share my challengers, you know, things that I share or other people share. Just reach out. Hey, do you mind if I share this too? No big deal. So showing people that it works. And yeah, she's grunting. I don't know what she's doing. What are you doing? Do not jump off that bed. No, ma'am. She's made a little fortress. Oh, she's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, so I think it's all such a mindset, and just showing up, doing the vitals, being proof the product works, and then using your stories in your social media, and not just being a Beachbody coach. You don't want to just be like, here's another garage selfie. Taking a little bit more time this week and making some like posts that are really going to connect with people. Like, what are you struggling with, or what have you struggled with in the past? Take that, start with like a scroll stopping question, you know, and then how did you feel when you were going through it? And then what's happened that you've been able to kind of deal with this better? And then change that last paragraph is like a motivational, like, you got this. And so if you want to ever send like type something up and send it to me, I'm happy to edit. I am good with words. And then edit that picture, because people decide in 2 seconds if they want to read it based off your picture. So I like the app Snapseed, Aviary. Here, I'll write it in the chat so you can have it. Snapseed, Aviary. What else do I use? I use Lightroom. What else do I use? I think that's basically it. Camera Plus is good too. I think that's just iPhone. And then I like WordSwag. It's a really cool app to add words to photos, or words to just make a graphic. Like when I say like, hey, Emerald Call, I throw words on a free photo that they have in their thing. So those are my tips. And then go through that 6-day crash course of in our New Coach University, and you can see some really good tips with social media there too. But so any other?
What's the app that you use that picks out a color?
Me personally, or
Yeah.
just?
I think you had like a picture, and it was just like certain colors.
Oh yes.
And then it was like all black and white.
Yep,
I used to have a camera that did it, and then
that's Aviary, and it's called a splash or Smart Color or something like that. Yeah, I like doing stuff like that. So yeah, and then just send stuff to us. If I have a push to Emerald chat. If you're not in one with Heather, Amy, I can get you added to us. Just bounce ideas off each other in the chat. Like if you have questions, come to us, use each other, build relationships with each other too, so that we're on this journey together, and it's not just a business, it's also a community. And just like, no, 100%, you got this. You're going to be diamond. Emerald is a stepping stone. You're going to get there. And then take a look. My printer was out of ink, so I tried to print that TV challenge. So I want to kind of go over this really quickly because I did not want to chat with you this long. But this is really cool. TV stands for team volume. So the way that we're going to get wins. And so week 1, there's 8 boxes. And you can check off once you get a win. And if you sign a single item, so maybe you just sell like Energize, that's a check. Basically, we're celebrating things other than challenge packs. So if you sell a challenge pack with an add-on, then you get to check a box. You'll get celebrated at the end of the month with Success Club. So it's not like don't sell challenge packs, but this is a way to focus on volume driving. If somebody says no to the challenge pack, what can you offer them? Hey, do you want to try the Energize? You can do it for, $50. You can grab a tub and it's great. Oh my gosh, it's a game changer for my workouts. Or a combo. So anything that's 50 TV. Team volume, and you can see everything is listed, the volume when you're in your website. Okay, so BOD or BOD plus an add-on, and a cool thing about BOD is that you get 40% commission instead of 25%. So if you sell a $99 BOD, you're making $40, right? Or yeah, which is the same as what you would get with a $160 challenge pack commission. So it's the same, and it's actually more volume. So cool. And challenge packs are like 40 TV. They're not very much at all because they're bundled together. So it's good for the customer, but honestly, for your volume wise, if somebody says no to the challenge pack, talk to them about other things because it's all about volume in the end game, but you have to be Emerald first for this volume and cycles to come through. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you still get commission, but you can get cycles once you're Emerald. Yeah. You'll get commission at any rank. But once you're Emerald, then you can start cycling. Okay, and then what else? There's a Shaco or Performance Stack on Home Direct. And then there's some more options at the bottom. So you're just checking off these boxes when you get anything. And it has to be a new order. Yeah, so it's not like hey, there's a performance stack because somebody ordered it last month and it reordered. It's not that. It's like it's a new order. So if you have any questions about that, but I think this is a really good way to kind of gauge how we're helping people and not just focusing on Success Club and challenge packs. So that's why I'm really focusing on this because focusing on, so the BODs you sold last night. Yep. So you would check that because you sold a $40 BOD. I have to check. What's the TV on the $40 BOD? See if you can find that out, the TV. Because I don't know what it is. I think it's like it has to be at least 50 TV for it to count, I think. No, just kidding. All these other things have other options. Annual BOD is 38. 6 months is 23. I have it right here on this paper. Sorry. So yeah, so you still get to check it off. Okay. But yeah. Oh, it was the year. She did the year. Yay. So you did this. So that was 38 TV. But yeah, I really like this. Print it out. Have fun with it. This is going to be a good way for us to really focus on other things other than challenge packs. I always start with the challenge pack. If they say yes, I'm going to add, if they want to add on the 3-day refresh or a sample of the, Energize or something like that. So I'm going to stop blabbing because I also have to put this little one to bed. It's 9:15. So if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. But I'm so excited. I know you guys are going to do it. And I want you guys to believe it too. So let's take a picture. This girl's like, still waiting for that email. She's like ready to sign up. And I told her, I sent her this like right before I hopped on with Morgan and I didn't send her that. Share card link. Okay, let me close this, Jack. Close. Not a video. Okay. I was like, Amy, what are you doing there? Hold on. Let me get everybody. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay. I'll send it to you guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. And if